Hey, it's early. It's 5:48, almost 6 p.m. on September 5th, 2017. You're looking at a 24-hour chart, and you can see the day started in the wee hours on a landslide going down and finally hitting its bottom at 39.87, which we can call $4,000. And the peak today is looking like 44.87, and a little bit of adjustment in the last couple of minutes, but not much. So you can see it's a rebound, and this is pretty much the stabilizer, and good indication, good buy patterns here, and we'll take a closer look at them in a minute. So if you wanted to call what just happened in the past couple of days a crash, the low was 39.88.37, which was a little scary because no one knows really how far down that's going to go. The ICO news and China cracking down on ICOs really played a heavy role in the crash. It wasn't just people cashing out at 5,000. Although Bitcoin wasn't built off ICOs and shouldn't directly affect them, there was panic news and people just took their money and ran. Just got out of the market altogether. But I believe they're coming back now, or a lot of buyers are just taking advantage of these lows here. So currently, Bitcoin's up about 0.5%. And the trend is moving upward, and Bitcoin's not the only one. A lot of coins in the top 10 are showing vast improvements from the past couple days. I think it's a little too premature to say it's all over, everything's great, and everything's going to jump back up to record highs. But we're watching closely, and we're going to see what happens here. At the Bitcoin buy line at this point, we're still in a great place to buy, if you ask me. Let's look at the closer chart here, and we can see this is 1 day, and you can see this was the early, what was remaining of the so-called crash, and bottoming out here and then leveling out at 4,000. Since then, it's been pretty much up. This is a good sign. This stairway to heaven here. I believe this is the best buy anyone made in the past month or so. This is definitely what you want to see if you're getting ready to buy or you just bought. Let's go see where the buy line is. This changes every day now, so. And this is a 14-day chart, so let's cut out the first 4 days. We find the bottom at, obviously, there's your floor at $4,000, and there's your ceiling at $5,000, and obviously between those two numbers is 4,500. And you can see currently we're still very ripe to buy. Here's that 1 day chart right there. So if we just look at that, we can see it's been a good day. $4,500, below 4,500, steadying out and back on the rise. I believe right this second is a great time to buy, folks. That's just my opinion. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not liable for anything you do. But it's looking perfect to me. You couldn't ask for a better time to buy than right now. We've already leveled out. We've already shown an upward trend. And I mean, what more do you want? Yeah, we'll continue to take a look at it, and this new produced video will be produced in parts. I think we're just going to take one coin at a time and then just publish it on the crypto update at 10 p.m. tonight. You know the drill. Peace. Alright, it's now 6:25 p.m. on September 5th, 2017. And you're looking at an upward trend with Ethereum. And low for the day was 276.59. So you can see there is a definite rebound. The high today was 322.45. We started out the day in the wee hours of the morning. And this is 12 midnight right here, this line. And there's a definite upward trend, and this looks like a superb buying pattern we have going here. Ethereum is up exactly 2% at this very moment. Here's the 24-hour chart, and you can see just like Bitcoin, we definitely have a stairway going on here. The lows are not as low as the previous low. And I wouldn't call this a horizontal adjustment. I'd call it a definite upward swing here. The best buying opportunity of the day looks to be right before 3 a.m. last night. So, what was considered a doom and gloom news story out of China last night about ICOs, it turned out to be pretty much no big deal, and it's actually kind of a good thing, because now people can't say, well, I'm starting a coin and it'll be released on this date, and you can buy in before we release it to the public, and you'll make millions, and then never start the coin and just disappear into the woods. It happens, and people get burned, and the practice was getting more and more common, and somebody had to do something. I'm expecting the rest of the countries around the world to follow China's lead. And some people will abuse the system, and that's what was being done. Ethereum was the original ICO, and it worked with Ethereum. They raised $18 million before it was released, and then when they did release it, being they had all this working capital and the greatest minds in the industry behind the coin, it shot up to $14, and new investors made a lot of money. The public was happy, the founders were happy, everybody won. But since then, there's not been a whole lot of good news stories. It worked for Ethereum. It doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. And so my point is, people are realizing now that this is actually a good thing. They're getting out of the market, and opportunist buyers like myself, they're taking advantage of these lows and bargain prices. And as I speak, Ethereum is now up 2.35% and quickly moving upward. Now let's go down to 1 hour. We can see there's a definite strong buy pattern just in the past half hour. There's buyers here and they're looking for times to buy, and that's what's happening. So we're going to move over to Litecoin and see what's going on over there. Hey, it's now almost 7:30 Eastern time, and you're looking at the 1 week Litecoin chart. So we've been through a little bit, but Litecoin is a little bit different in that it stabilized faster. It didn't come down as much. There wasn't a whole lot of cause for panic with Litecoin. And it was hard to actually find a decent buy-in opportunity because it only went below 70, which is the buy line, a couple times briefly. And one of them was this morning. Early this morning. The other one was mid-afternoon yesterday. But it's good if you didn't get in before this mountain because, as you can see, it adjusted again and kind of semi-crashed. For Litecoin, you know. It's all relative. So, currently we're sitting at 74.01. And as you can see on the 24-hour trend, Litecoin is up nearly 8%. And here's one day with Litecoin. And the high today was 74.28, which we're quickly approaching. And the low was 62.78. So, as you can see, it's stabilized. After coming down a little bit from last night, it stabilized late last night and continued to stabilize till about 1:50 a.m. before it started making moves. And speaking of making moves, I am tapped out on cash. I have no available cash left. I've been buying since very early this morning, trying to take advantage of the bargain prices. And I know this is dangerous, but I'm pretty much all in at this point. No available cash in the pocket, in the bank, or anywhere else. None of my cash wallets. It's all in. It's all bought up on the top 3 cryptocurrencies. Volume coins. Top 3 volume coins. But there's more coming in, and I'm just, kind of dumb, but I had to take advantage of this, and so I'm betting large that the nightmare of the past couple days has ended, and now it's all gonna be up. So if anybody held through that storm, you did the right thing. If you bought more today, pretty much earlier today, made a great move. Congratulations. Things are going to be alright from now on. For a little while. You never know when something else is going to happen, but just keep saving your money and have it available for times like what we just lived through. It's going to happen again. Hopefully not as far down as it came this time, and so each crash should be a little higher than the last crash, and we're all sitting pretty, right? Don't panic, man. If you learned anything, it's don't panic. Think of bottomed out prices as sale prices. Great, superb opportunities to buy more. And just buy and hold. I would not trade these top 3 volume coins. As for the rest of the cryptocurrency, I didn't buy anything. I trade on a couple coins, but I kind of weaned off that for now. I'm sure I'll start again later, but like I said, everything and everything else went to the top 3 coins, and I really believe this is over, and we're looking good. So now we're going to do a quick update on the top 10 volume coins in the market and see how everybody else is doing. So I'll be right back. Everybody is breaking out. At this time, 7:30 p.m. Bitcoin Cash is up 7.35% and sitting at 557. That trend, upward trend, is most likely going to continue with Bitcoin Cash. That's Bitcoin Cash. And sitting in 5th place. That's BCH, not Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is in 1st place, of course, up 5.21%. Ethereum is in 2nd, up 6.53%. Litecoin is in 3rd, up 8.82%. Omis go with a massive jump. This is an Asian coin, so this is showing me that Asia is back. And folks, if you haven't done so yet, you have to take advantage of this buyer's market. You'll have to buy. You got to get in. Don't miss out on this rise. Bitcoin Cash is in 5th. IOTA is in 6th. Another big jump at 17%. Ethereum Classic is in 7th. Monero is in 8th. Another big jump at 16.1%. Ripple is in 9th, and Digital Cash is in 10th. Neo makes a good comeback and is up almost 12%. Zcash 12th, and EOS as a future is down. The only one down in the top 13, 14. Top 14, the only one down is EOS. Down about just a little bit, 2%. Buyer's market. Things are looking very strong at this point. Let's go back on an overview to Bitcoin. The price I have is $4,484. Big jump from 4,000 just a few hours ago. But the rise is still slow and steady. Nothing crazy has happened right now. But you can see it's wide open. It's if it doesn't go up now, I'm just misanalyzing everything. Let's look at 1 month with Bitcoin. And now you can see, the fall overall in the scheme of things. We hung out between 4,000 and 4,500 for what seemed like years, but actually it was only a couple weeks. And so we kind of fell back to that point, and now we're back to moving up. Again, this is 1 month. This goes back to August 6th. August was a great month. Of course, you guys know that. Except for maybe the last day. And right here, maybe August 21st was a little rough on some people. September, as you also know, started out with record highs everywhere and then record crashes everywhere. So you already know that. Things are looking good, real good. It's a buyer's market. It's a little late at this point, but I'd still recommend people buying. It's never too late to buy. You just kind of have to be careful that you're not buying on a downward trend, that you're buying on an upward trend, a strong upward trend, and it's a very, very, very strong upward trend. The doom and gloom people have gone away. All the article writers saying, you know, Bitcoin is going to fall to $5. They've gone away. The video makers are deleting their videos. They all feel like idiots. And here we are. Peace, everybody. I hope you have a great night. And my name is John Disque. I'm going to get this out early tonight. Just because I'm happy about this great news. And you should be too.